This video is going to be uncovering the top things that you should be wanting to know if you are looking at moving to Whitby or if you live here. I moved to Whitby in 2019 from Oshawa. I'm new to the Durham region. I moved here back in 2012. So a lot of these videos are uncovering soft spots that I had when I was moving here because I came from Brampton and I knew nothing of the Durham region. So with these videos, I just help share my experience, my opinions, but then also show you different areas within Whitby as well. So this here will be like a vlog style. So I will explain Whitby, but then I will also show you some of Whitby. I have tons of videos on the channel as well. So be sure to check those out. There are a lot of them. So just give yourself a little bit of time. And so let's just hop into the video. And before we get started, my name is Brad Gates and I am a realtor here within the Durham region. So if you are looking at moving here and you want help, all you have to do is call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. I'm more than happy to help. So let's jump into it. Let's start with where is Whitby? So Whitby is actually located within the Durham region. You are about 45 minutes to Toronto, and that's without traffic, of course. With traffic, it can be quite a bit longer, but you do have the GO train access as well, which is what's kind of made it very attractive for people. So Whitby is located within the Durham region, right in between Ajax and Oshawa. So the progression as you are leaving Toronto, you're gonna hit Pickering, then you're gonna hit Ajax, then Whitby, then you hit Oshawa, and then Curtis, and it kind of continues out throughout Bowmanville. Whitby does stretch from Lake Ontario all the way, and it goes north past the 407. You will hit Brooklyn, which is like an area within Whitby, which a lot of people who are looking here don't really know that Brooklyn is within Whitby. A lot of people do know that, but it's one of those things that's a little confusing because Brooklyn is such a well-known area within Whitby that a lot of people think it's kind of separate. But as it is right now, Brooklyn is within Whitby, and the cool thing about it is Brooklyn has its own downtown, and then so does Whitby. So Whitby has two downtowns, super cool feature in terms of Whitby and where it is and the location and stuff like that. So let's just kind of continue on, and I can show you and explain to you a little bit more about Whitby. The next part we will touch is the types of homes that there are. Whitby has a huge range of homes. You have condo townhomes, which have maintenance fees, and then you have townhomes like this, which are freehold, so there's no maintenance fees at all. So it would be the same as a detached, it's just you are shared, connected on both sides or one side. So it's one of those things that, yeah, townhome. You have condo apartments when you go south of down by Lake Ontario. You have some condo apartments there, but then you also at Roslyn, you have another condo development there as well, and they are building in a couple more buildings as well in terms of condos. And then you have small detached, and then you have large detached. The last video I think I did was a custom home tour that I did, which was an almost $4 million home on an area called Scott Street, which have these like massive lots. They were 75 by 300. So you do get a lot of like custom home builders, but then you also have the developers that come in here and build subdivisions, big homes, small lots. That kind of is the trend right now. Older homes, which are decent size, come with the big lots. So that's kind of one thing to kind of pay attention to. And there's a huge range. So any kind of home you are looking for, they do have within Whitby. Another popular type is the bungalows, because they are fairly large one-level homes with basements. So people are buying them and then adding a basement suite because the bungalows are larger basements, making them easier to put 2 and 3 bedroom kind of apartments in the basements. And it just has the lot, the frontage, the parking. It just has a lot of benefits for that. So that's kind of covering off the types of homes. Let's jump on to the next part. The cool thing about Whitby too has to do with the different age ranges. So you have young families that are starting out, but then you also have retirees that are living here in bungalows or larger homes or condos that just kind of want to be outside of the hustle and bustle of like downtown Toronto, but they want to be close so they can still go back if they need to. So just the location of Whitby does make it attractive to all age ranges. So if you have kids, you can fit in. If you're retired, you can fit in as well. If you are looking at starting a family or you are single, It kind of has a little bit of everything for everybody. The next point, which often gets asked a lot, has to do with the shopping and what kind of shopping there is within Whitby. So the great part about Whitby is you have tons of big box stores that make it easy for shopping. And if you were looking for a mall, you do have two options. Well, you have Midtown Mall, which is at Thixon and Dundas, which isn't the greatest of malls, but it's an indoor mall. But if you're looking for something a little bit bigger, you do have the Oshawa Center, which is very, very close to Whitby. And then you have Pickering Town Center as well. So you do have two larger shopping malls if you're looking for it. Outside of that, if you're okay with the big box stores, pretty much Taunton, all the way from the 412 all the way to Oshawa, has shopping plaza similar to what we see here. I go to this superstore a lot, and there's actually a guy that works there. His name's Peter. He's watched some of these videos. So hi, Peter, and thanks for reaching out when when you saw me. Then you have a Walmart behind as well. But then you have just kind of like all these little smaller type stores. So you just have everything. I'm in this plaza all the time because of the Walmart and Superstore, kind of my two go-to shopping stores that I spend a lot of time at, especially with young kids. You are here a lot. And just a reminder, if you are looking to move here and you want help, all you have to do is call, text, email. You can send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm here to make everything go so much easier. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos. If you know people that are looking to move here, be sure to share my videos for them as well. I greatly appreciate it. There are tons of people who watch these videos that have realtors, and that is perfectly fine. But there's people that don't, and those are the people that reach out, and I'm more than happy to help them. If you do have a realtor, continue enjoying watching the videos, and hopefully your realtor is taking good care of you. Tons of good realtors out there, so I'm sure you're in good hands. Our next thing has to do with lifestyle, which is very important for those that are looking to move to a new city because they want to know what kind of activities there are. So within Whitby, you have like the typical rec center type setup. So right behind me is McKinney. So that's like an ice hockey arena. They have other like the Iroquois Sportsplex, which is South Whitby. So there are a lot of those rec centers, which just help cater to the different lifestyles that you'll have. There is Heber Downs, there's conservation areas, there's parks, there's splash pads, swimming pools. You have just a great mix of kind of everything. I do find that Whitby's activities are a little bit more expensive. The hockey programs, because we just kind of registered my son for hockey. Yay! And so we found Whitby was quite a bit more expensive than Oshawa, so we opted for Oshawa. They have like a church hockey league, which started like 70 years ago, and it was super affordable. So that's kind of what we opted for, but Whitby has kind of everything that you would want, and they have multiple different areas you could go to. And then if you are a little bit on the older side and you're looking for something more slower paced, down by the lake, there's great trails that are down there. And then if you go north, you have Heber Downs, which is a conservation area, different thing for hiking. So you do have a little bit of everything that you would need, which make it a lot easier, especially if you're into cooking or hobbies or anything like that. It does make it easier to navigate around because everything is kind of close. You don't have to go too far. If you want to go fishing, you have South Whitby down by the lake, or you can go to Port Perry or different other fishing spots that you could find. I don't go fishing here too much. I used to go fishing a lot, and I kind of just lost the time to do it. But so again, lifestyle, Whitby does cater to a lot of people. Let's get on to our next point. In terms of navigating around Whitby, you do have the 401, and right now I'm actually on Consumers. I'm gonna hop onto the 401 to show, because one of my early videos I did had to do with one of the worst on-ramps that I had come across, and it was under construction for quite a while, and it just made it where when you're getting onto the 401, it was such a narrow lane that you either kind of veer onto the slow lane on the 401, or you're going to hit the median. So you're seeing now it's been completely reconstructed, so it's no longer one of the worst on-ramps that there is on the 401. So again, you have navigating around Whitby, you do have 401 access, which is great. You have Thixon Road, well, we'll go in order. So you have Brock Road, which is your first off-ramp, and then you have Thixon Road. And those are kind of the two main road exits that you have within Whitby. Thixon and Brock, they kind of run north and south. So it would take you to Dundas, which would be like Highway 2. Also Roslyn and Taunton, which are kind of like your main areas. If you are wanting to go on the 412, it used to be a toll road, where now it is no longer a toll road, which is fantastic because you can go from 401 to the 407 or 401 to Brooklyn, and it's going to be much quicker. So we'll hop onto the 412 so you can see a little bit of that. Navigating around Whitby, the traffic isn't too intense, which is really good, because certain areas like Markham or downtown Toronto or Brampton, where I was kind of born and raised, the traffic is really crazy. And coming to Whitby, the 401, you will deal with heavy traffic. But outside of that, once you're off of the 401, traffic is pretty good. And when I'm going home from the 401, I get off at Brock, and then I take consumers up to Garden or Hopkins, which turns into Anderson, and I kind of go that way. I find that way is much quicker. Thixon Road is an off-ramp that I used to take, but I just find with all of the lights and a little bit of the traffic, it's best to avoid that. So again, we're just navigating through Whitby, getting you to see a little bit of it. So if you're not too familiar with it, this will help hopefully just kind of shed a little bit more light in terms of how navigating around Whitby is. And let's hop on to our next point. The school boards that you have within Whitby, you do have two. You do have the Durham District School Board, but then you also have the Durham Catholic School Board. So there are those options there. Both of the websites are in the description as well. So if you are looking to move here and you need to do any registration, you can follow the links below. Also, there is a boarding school, which is like my favorite school within Whitby. I'm gonna do a drone shot so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's a boarding school, so it's somewhere that, I don't know, it might be of interest to you. I just really like the way the school looks. It's really neat. And yeah, they still have enrollment spots come September. Well, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Lets me know people are enjoying what I'm putting out there. If you are looking at moving to Whitby, all you have to do is call, text, email, send that carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm here to make the move and relocation go so much easier. I've helped so many families and people that have been looking to move here, and I absolutely love it. So again, if you want that help, you know what to do. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share it with people that you know might be moving here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. There are a lot of them, so be sure to give yourself a little bit of time. Thanks for watching, and until next time.